for tuning in again. And today I want us to do something different. We're doing an eyebrow tutorial. So this is basically my everyday eyebrow, how I do my eyebrows on a daily basis. So I want to take you guys through, and I hope you learn one or two things. And in case you for more details, I'll be posting more tutorials every time I post. I'll be posting makeup tutorials for you guys. So I'm hoping that you learn something. I'm really hoping that you learn something. In case there's something you want to learn, something else you want to learn from this, you can just comment down below. I'll show you everything and a detailed tutorial. So I've already prepped my face. I've used my Garnier moisturizer and also my Maybelline Fit Me primer. So I just want to do the eyebrows, then see how it goes. Let's get to the video. So what I always first do is go in with a spoolie, comb through my brow with a spoolie. I really have really scarce brows, so my eyebrows are like not so hairy. I'm not so hairy, so I have really like they can be counted. So I just comb through them like that to get to make them to define the original shape. So I do that for both the eyebrows. I'm the type of person that does my makeup in I don't know if it's weird or I don't know. What I do on this eye, I always do on this eye. So if I draw a line on this eye, I also do the same on this eye. So I'll go in with my pencil. I'm using Devis number 3 and Devis number 18. I usually use 2 shades. So Devis number 3 is what I'll start with. So using a very light hand, I usually like to go in with my Devis and just draw, just stroke through the eyebrow like this. You draw very straight lines, but you don't have to like draw it from here to here. You just draw it pole pole like this, and then as you go, follow the exact shape of your eyebrow, like mine, like I'm doing, just like that, but use a very light hand. So what I usually do, I like to use my index finger for support, not the whole hand like this, but just my index finger. I put my index finger, not my index finger, my small finger, I don't know what it's called. So I use this finger here and then just draw the line like that. So after I'm done with that side, I come to this side and come through it again and sharpen my pencil. You want your pencil to be very sharp so that you can be very precise, and like so that it can come out very neat. So I do the same for my other brow, a straight line following the exact shape, just like that. So once I'm done with that side, now I'll go to the upper side of my brow, So usually what I like to do, since this one I started from here, the upper side I'll start halfway, like here, so that you don't have boxed brows. So you just do that. So again, I'll sharpen my pencil. I want it to be as sharp as it can be so that my line is really defined. So I'll draw it again, a straight line. So once you reach this arched place here where you're supposed to draw your arc, so just go downwards according to the shape of your eyebrow. So there's some people who like it doesn't matter. So there's some people who like their eyebrows so arched, but they're not arched, and there's some people who don't like the eyebrows arched and they're arched. I don't know if you're getting my point. So normally everyone has an eyebrow structure. Let me say that there's a shape, there's an original shape for everyone's eyebrow. So that is what you want to do. You don't want it to look fake, you don't want it to look drawn, you just want it to look as natural as possible. So what you do is follow the exact shape of your eyebrow. So normally me just my eyebrows, as I said, are not so thick. I don't have thick brows, so I like them to look as natural as they are when I don't have makeup. So what I usually do is just use a very light hand to draw my eyebrows so that they don't appear thick, and in real sense they are not thick. I don't know if you're getting me. I hope you're getting me though. So we've reached this point. So this is the place where we arc the eyebrow. So what you do just before the arc this arc, the arc that's underneath it, the line that we had drawn first, you just arc this one before that corner, like that, and then join it down there like that. So let's do the same for the next side. Make sure you're using a very sharp pencil, and remember to start halfway the other brow. Don't start the line here. Don't start the line here in front of the other line, just on top of the other line. Go a few steps back and just start it here. Then use a very light hand like that, and then remember to arc it just before the other arc, like that, and then join like that. So before I fill in my eyebrows, I like to go in again with my spoolie like this, so that I just define the hair structure of my eyebrow like that, and then start filling in. So how do I fill in? This is how I do my eyebrow. I come with the Davis number 3, the one I used to line the eyebrows, and then just do very light strokes from the end of my brow like this, following the direction of my natural eyebrow hair like that. So I'll just use my Davis number 3 halfway, not all through my brow, like that, you see, like that. And then I'll do the same for this side also, very light strokes, following the natural alignment of my eyebrow hairs. So just like that, very lightly, use a very light hand, and then do it halfway. So the other half, this is what I usually do. I'll usually go in with the Davis number 18. Now this is number 18. Make sure it's very sharp, and then the other half, this is what I usually do. So from here I just draw hair-like structures here, using a very sharp pencil, using a very light hand. Just draw hair-like structure. As I said, my brows are not so thick, so I like them to look very natural. So as I'm drawing the hair-like structures, I'll draw them upwards at the front of the brow, but when this side, I'll follow the direction of my eyebrow hairs. So this is what I'll do. Like my eyebrows go this direction. That's how I'll draw the fake strands. I'm just trying to fill it in so that it can be at least fuller but not fake. So this is what I do with that side, and it's filled up. That's a full brow now for me. And then this side I also do the same, using a sharp pencil. I'll do the same very light hair-like structures. It's just to mimic your natural hair, your natural eyebrow hair, and then do the same for the others. Just go in the direction of your eyebrow hairs, and like that you're done. So yeah, so after that I'll go in again with my spoolie just to comb through my brow to make it seamless, and to make the hair-like structures I drew to look more natural. Yeah, like that. So there's a hack I usually have. After that, I usually like to go in with some gel. I use the Nice and Lovely Hairstyling Gel for my brows most of the time. So I just like to go in with my gel very lightly. What it does is it keeps your hair in place, your eyebrows in place, and it makes it so defined throughout the day. So it makes it, I don't know, it makes your eyebrow looks more natural, and also just make it look perfectly done. So after that we'll have to clean up the brow. What I usually use is this Fit Me. It's Maybelline Fit Me. It's Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 55. That is what I usually use for my brow. I don't like them to come out so highlighted, so that's why I use almost a shade lighter than my actual shade. So that's what I use for people who like very highlighted brows. And if you're my shade, you can use either number 40 or just a shade lighter than this. It will still come out nice, just that I like my eyebrows very natural. So I like to put some concealer on my eyelid like this. And then using my flat brush, I have this flat brush from Reina Beauty. So this is what I usually use for my eyebrows, or my spoolie. My spoolie has an angled brush also. You can use this. So use the tip of the brush to define the brow. I think I've used less concealer. Let me add some more. Make sure that your brush is very flat, or just use an angled brush, it's easier. And then just line your brows. So how you do this is immediately after your brow, don't go into the brow, just immediately after it you define it with a concealer like this. So like that, and then spread your concealer through to your eyelid so that you can blend it in easily. Yeah, like that. And then do the same to the other eye. Make sure as you're concealing your eyebrow, you're following the exact shape so that you don't start afresh, because once the concealer goes into the eyebrow had already done, means like it will mess it up, so that you don't mess it up. So just be very careful. What I like to do here is just join this line and this line, so that I have an equal starting point of this brow and this brow. You don't want your brow one of them to start here and the other one to start on top of the other. I think you get what I'm saying. Then just spread the concealer throughout your eyelid. What I like to do is go in with a beauty blender after this, so that to make sure the concealer is well blended out. So after that, I just like to go in with a damp beauty blender, a clean one, to just blend that concealer out and make it look seamless. I like using a beauty blender as opposed to a brush, because it blends it out so perfectly. And I like the fact that it will suck out the excess product and distribute it evenly, so that's why I prefer using a beauty blender on my brows though, when I'm cleaning out my brows, not like generally, because I also use brushes. So after that, we go to the upper side. So what I usually do on the upper side is I like to go in with a foundation that's my shade. So my shade is usually warm chestnut, Maybelline Superstay Warm Chestnut. And this is the shade. So I'll just go in with that on top of the brow. The reason why I like to use my shade, my foundation that's my shade, is because it blends out so easily, and I don't like a very defined eyebrow. I mean my top of the eyebrow, my eyebrow to be so defined on the top. I don't know if you're getting me. So I'll just do the same, outline this eyebrow like this. Use very little product and follow the exact shape like that. Then use my beauty blender to blend it out. I like to blend this out immediately because the foundation kind of dries out so fast. So blending out immediately is the best option. Then do the same for the other eye. Make sure you're following the same line. Make sure they are the same size also. Follow the exact shape of that brow. I like to go underneath my brow, the ends of the eyebrow, with the same shade, so that it makes it easier to blend like that. Then just use my beauty blender, blend that out. And blend the middle part. Yeah, and we're done. So the last step is just to set the concealer. So I just use a powder and set the concealer underneath my eye, set my eyelid, and set the brow also, just on top kidogo, and we are done. So let me finish the rest of my makeup. I'll show you the finished look. So guys, this is the finished look. I'm going to work, so I usually don't do a lot of makeup when I'm going to work. I don't have to say I usually don't do a lot of makeup. Sometimes I do. I do lashes, I do everything, because my job actually, there's no limitation to how far I can go with my makeup. Because I'm a makeup artist, so we are allowed to express ourselves, if I can say that. So this is the finished look. I just did some bit of foundation, powder, and did mascara, eyeliner, a little eyeliner there, and some highlight. And then for my lips, I don't like lipstick, so most of the time I just like to moisturize using Vaseline. Yeah,